Growing up, I did not know much about football. I would watch the odd Michigan-Ohio State game here or there, but other than that, my knowledge of it is very limited. My girlfriend Maggie, on the other hand, is an expert. She has watched the Minnesota Vikings ever since she was very little, and ever since I started dating her, I started to take an interest in her hobby. So today I thought it would be fun to explain the game of football to her and see what she thinks of it. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started with it. So, started the game. Wait, no, even before that, there's a coin flip.
Yes, there is a coin flip.
By the referee.
Mm-hmm.
The head referee?
Yes.
The one with the microphone.
Yeah, the one that speaks to the crowd all the time.
Okay, and people boo and cheer.
Yep, it's usually the way it goes.
Yeah, okay. So he's got a coin. He flips it. And the away team calls it?
Yes.
The away team gets to call it.
Mm-hmm. And
whoever wins the coin toss gets to choose if they get the ball first.
Mm-hmm. If they get the ball first half or at
second.
the start of the second half. Mm-hmm.
Usually they pick second half.
Yes.
So away team, well, not even away team, whoever wins the toss basically is going to be not starting with the ball.
Most of the time.
So they bring out their special forces teams. You know, they bring them out, and you got the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
He's called the kicker?
He is called the kicker, yep.
Okay. And he has the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Someone hikes it.
No, not for these.
Oh, no?
At the very start of the game,
he just holds it?
The kicker puts it on some kind of a tee.
Oh.
And we'll kick it off from there.
Nobody holds it?
Nobody holds it. Unless if it's really windy.
Well, who takes care of the tee?
What?
Who picks up the tee?
I don't know. They never show that part.
Oh. It's not the kicker.
No.
He would not deign to stoop down and pick up the tee which he used.
No, he's too special for that.
He's too good for that. He's like a ball boy, like in tennis. They rush across and they grab it really fast.
Probably, honestly.
But that's not football. That's tennis. It's a different game.
It's true.
Neither of us know about tennis.
I don't know anything about tennis.
We're getting sidetracked. That's my fault. So he has the ball on the tee.
Mm-hmm.
He's called a kicker.
Yes.
Because he kicks. He's not a punter.
He's not the punter.
That's a different person.
Yep.
And is there a third type of kicker?
Usually, the kicker who kicks off is the same guy who kicks field goals.
Okay. Same guy. But the punter's a different person.
Punter is a different person.
That's for different. We'll get to that.
Yes.
Okay. So he kicks the ball. Now, the offensive team has several options, right?
Yes.
Usually they have a person to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Just one person. Everybody else kind of just runs up. And
everybody else is trying to block
the
team so that if a run back happens.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know what that means.
Oh, if the player catches the ball and he decides to run it out of the end zone.
Okay. Oh, and they want to stop the defense.
Yes. Yep, they want to be able to block for him so that he can get decent yardage.
So the catcher has, what is he called, the catcher?
Kick returner.
Kick returner.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be like baseball. Okay. The kick returner.
Yes.
The kick returner, he gets the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He has a couple options. If the ball goes over him, he can just watch it happen.
He can just watch it, and usually they'll wave their arms to signal they're not going to touch it.
Mm-hmm. Like this. Nobody can see this. And that means that they automatically get 25 yards.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes.
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 You hesitated.
I did hesitate.
That makes me wonder.
Because there's a very specific rule.
Oh, very special
involved
rule.
in kickoffs.
Okay. Well, we're not getting into that yet.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
No.
Would you like to?
It's technical.
Very technical?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like if the other team got there super duper fast?
Yes.
Oh, what would happen then?
So essentially on kickoffs, as soon as the ball passes 10 yards, it's a free ball.
Anyone can pick it up.
Anybody can pick it up.
Okay.
So if the ball lands in the end zone and the kick returner doesn't wave his hands, then that is technically a free ball.
And the other team could get a touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
Has that happened?
I have seen it happen.
What? In professional football?
In NFL football, yes.
What team did this? What team did not choose to wave their hands?
I want to say that it was the Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets.
Oh, so it's like a rival game.
Yes.
That's a rival game?
It is.
It's kind of like Michigan State?
It's very similar.
Very similar, because it's the same state.
Same state and same division.
Right. Okay. I probably shouldn't compare everything to Michigan State, but that's fine.
It's close enough.
It's fine. So that's a very special circumstance. Not most people are not that speedy.
Correct.
Okay.
But anyway, once the kickoff happens,
we're going to dwell on this for a while. You have a couple options, right? The kick returner, not the catcher.
Correct.
The kick returner, he can wave his arms if he doesn't catch it.
Yes.
He gets 25 yards.
Yes.
Or he can catch it and then do the knee thing.
Yes. That's essentially the same thing as
25 yards.
Yep.
Okay. So there's only really two options.
Yeah, you can either
catch it and keep running. Hope you get 26 yards at the very least.
Yes.
Aim
Any
for
less
30.
Than that.
Aim for 30, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a good
30 to 35 is considered a good run back.
Right. But anything at least 25 is like, all right, it's fine. You know, it's whatever. You waste a little energy, but it's fine.
True.
Okay. So that's all done. Let's say he waved his arms. He took a knee. He doesn't have to do anything else besides take the knee? Or does he have to wave his arms first, then catch it, take the knee?
You're thinking of
Wink
punting.
at the ref. Wink, wink, wink. Oh, wait, no, this is different. This is different than after someone scored. This is kickoff.
Kickoff is after somebody scores and at the beginning of halves.
Oh, so it is the same.
Yes.
Okay. Then what was I thinking of?
You're thinking of punting.
Which is if they don't score and they think they're too far away for a field goal.
Yes.
They just kick it as hard as they can.
Yes.
So the other team starts on the 25-yard line.
Depends on the circumstance.
Okay. So let's get into punting then. Are there different rules?
Yes.
They have more than two options?
Not really.
Are they the same options?
Kind of.
Okay.
But the big difference is if the one team punts it and it goes into the end zone, it only comes out to the 20-yard line.
Okay. It's just a 5-yard difference.
Yes.
Okay. So more likely on a punt returner. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
That's very logical and smart. I like that. So the punt returner most likely is going to run for it.
Yes.
Okay. Even though the defense is closer to get him.
Yes.
Okay. So we've pretty much nailed down all of that. Let's pretend they got their 25 yards. First play. The offensive team comes out for one side, and the defensive team comes out for the other side.
Yep.
Now they have 4 chances to make 10 yards.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is like the most important part of the game.
Correct.
You get 4 chances. So the first time you get a chance is called first down.
Yes.
Okay. Second down, third down, fourth down.
Yes. Yep.
And when they say first and 10, that means first down, 10 yards to go.
Yep.
If they go forward, if they go backward, it'd be 9. First and 9. Second and 9.
There you go.
Third and 11, something like that.
Yes.
Because you can go backwards.
Yes.
If you run backwards and they sack you, or if they tackle you, and you hold on to it, you have to start from further back.
Yes.
Oh, that's awful. That's terrible.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets very discouraging.
Yeah, especially if they sack the quarterback. That's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
All right, so 4 chances. You got to go forward 10 yards. So you have plenty of positions here, and we'll get into them as we get to them. So the person who starts with the ball to hike it is called the hiker.
Not quite.
What is he called?
It's called the center.
The center.
Yes.
Okay. He's in the center.
Yes.
His duty is to throw the ball back at the quarterback.
There you go, yeah.
Also known as the thrower.
To some people, sure.
Okay. He doesn't have another name, right?
No, he does not.
No, he's the quarterback. Which implies a halfback exists.
Yeah.
Which implies a fullback also exists.
Correct.
And we will talk about those later. Because I know that they have positions that are called other names. I just don't know. No, I do know. I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah.
It's like a test. I'm telling you all I know. So the quarterback gets the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he has so many options.
Yes.
He can either run the ball.
Yes.
Throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it out of bounds. If he just doesn't like the play.
Yep.
And is that it?
Yeah.
That's basic. So many options. He's got 3. Typically what they do is they throw it.
Yes.
To the wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Also known as the halfbacks.
No.
The fullbacks.
Nope.
Nope.
They are just known as wide receivers.
Okay. And they're called the wide receivers because they're on the left and right sides.
Yep.
They are wide receivers. Which means there's only 2 of them on the field.
Depends on the play call.
What?
I've seen up to 4 of them on the field.
That doesn't make sense. 4?
I think so.
Oh. Woof.
At least that's what the announcer
Oh,
said.
hey, wait, that makes sense. There are 4 sides on a football field. So just one just takes off to the end zone, the other one goes all the way back to the other side. Each one gets a side. It's like a diamond. Right?
More like a rectangle, but that's not it.
That's
not how it goes.
A diamond's just a rectangle, but twisted.
It's a square twisted.
Oh, well, okay. Well, okay, Miss Math Major. The quarterback can choose to throw it to the wide receiver, or probably anybody. Really? Anybody?
Not quite.
Not everybody can touch the ball?
Not everybody can catch the ball.
Oh,
They have to report in as an eligible receiver.
how do you do that?
Just tell the ref.
Oh, you just walk up to him, hey, wink, wink. I can catch the ball right now.
I think there's some sign
Okay.
that they use, but I'm not entirely sure what it is.
So do they just have the sign and they just show the ref?
Mm-hmm. Show one of the refs.
Do they have to walk up to him? Or just be like, hey, ref, look at me.
Probably at one point, one ref is at least going to see you do the signal.
Mm-hmm. If nobody sees it and they catch the ball, are they in big trouble?
Yes. If nobody sees it and they catch the ball from the quarterback, then it is a 5-yard penalty against them.
Okay. What would the main ref, the head ref, what's his name?
Just the head referee.
Head referee?
Yeah.
He doesn't get a name.
Nah.
Oh, man.
No special name for
No
him.
special names for him. He throws a flag on the field, and they keep playing until the offensive team Oh, wait. That would be a foul on the offensive team. So if it's a flag on the offensive team, the play goes until they keep going forward?
Essentially, the refs don't like to stop the play.
Okay.
So, for instance, if there's an offensive flag, such as
Throwing their own
ineligible man
person,
downfield or
offsides,
illegal touching, something
all
along
those things.
Yes. And
Being
let's say the
too rough.
defense gets an interception or fumble.
Right, the
then-
defense wouldn't want just a 5-yard.
Exactly.
They want the ball.
Yes. So the coach would decline the penalty and it would be an interception or a fumble or whatever.
And that's why they do that.
Yes.
But when do they decide to stop the play? When it's clear that the offensive team is gonna just keep going forward, or when the play is done?
When the play is done.
Oh, so they could go get a touchdown and it just not count?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so are the players wary of like whistle? Do they whistle when they throw a flag?
No.
Because whistle means you're done. Stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
If, say, they throw it, the quarterback throws it to an ineligible receiver, just some guy, he's an offensive lineman, he's supposed to be opening a pocket, but he doesn't. He's just like, hey, throw it to me, buddy. And the quarterback's like, oh, okay, you're open. He just is clearly running toward the end zone. Nobody's after him.
Yeah.
Would the ref blow the whistle at that point?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
So he could do his whole victory dance, hit the gritty and everything,
and turn around and there'll be a flag on the field.
and he'd be like, what? But I told the ref, hey, look at me. Whoa. I'm a catcher. I'm the receiver. Eligible. But he wasn't.
Nope.
Oh, man. That's got to be real depressing.
Yeah.
So you could think you get... Oh, that's so depressing.
Yeah. The thing is, it's relief for the defensive team.
Oh, yeah. If they're like, oh, no. Oh, yes. Okay. So that's about all we know about football. That's everything.
That's all you know about football?
No. We didn't even get into some of the other stuff. So you have to be a special, privileged, eligible person.
To catch the ball.
Catch the ball.
Yes.
And the ref's got to know this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the wide receivers, are they always eligible? They're just like, all right,
yes.
They're a wide receiver. Memorize these numbers. They're good to catch the ball. Okay. He can run the ball.
Yes.
He can just run. Hopefully, the offensive linemen, which there are 5 of. 5?
Correct, yep.
Which means there's 5 defensive linemen.
That depends.
6? How many can you have on a field at a time? 10?
Usually...
Could you have 10?
Usually defensive linemen, there's 4 of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But other players will rush the quarterback.
What does the 5th person do?
Usually they'll team up on a certain player.
The big guy.
Like the best defensive lineman, they'll put 2 offensive linemen.
The really big guy.
Yes.
Like Goliath. He'll just go on through. He'll punch them all in the face. And
that would be a flag, but...
Would you be done if you just punched somebody in the face? I mean, it would hurt because they have a helmet on, but...
If you take a fist to somebody else's helmet, I do believe it's you're gone from the game.
Not just unnecessary roughness. That
will also be called.
That's what it would be called. But
yes.
They would just be done.
You would be ejected from the game, yeah.
For being very violent.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to be done.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You know, it's not like... football is not like hockey. Hockey, you can just throw a punch and the refs will not butt in until the fight is clearly over.
I mean, I don't blame them.
It's crazy. Did you know that?
No.
So, like... I guess apparently there's like this thing in hockey. I will get back to football, I promise. But if they want to do a fight, I think they kind of have to agree to fight or something. I'm not going to pretend I'm a hockey expert. I'm not. But I guess they have to agree to do it. And then they just start throwing hands. And the referees don't get involved until there's a clear winner. And they're like, okay, you won. And I don't know who goes to the timeout box. But that's all. They just go to the timeout box.
Oh my word.
Again, I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about hockey. I'm sure there's a whole lot more there I'm missing. But that's what I heard.
That's crazy.
Yes. Not at all like football. You can't punch.
No.
You can't kick people.
No.
You can push them.
Yes.
In certain parts. Not on the head.
Correct.
That's a headshot. It's targeting. What's targeting? That's targeting, right?
Kind of.
Okay.
Targeting is like purposefully going after a player.
Oh. That person the player has the ball, though. Can't I target the person with the ball?
Recklessly. You cannot do it recklessly.
Oh. And recklessly would mean going for the head.
Yes. Like a helmet-to-helmet type of collision.
Okay. Some of that stuff can happen unintentionally, though.
Yes.
They still get in trouble, I bet.
Most of the time.
Not in big trouble.
But they will be called a penalty.
Okay.
Just for the safety of the players.
How many penalties do players get?
There is not a limit on most penalties.
What?
But if you get 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, like roughing the passer.
Right. Taunting?
Yes.
Cursing?
No.
Gosh
Sometimes I wish.
Gosh darn frickers. I'm gonna beat your butt.
Yeah, I think you might be able to get something.
Beat the crap out of you. You don't stand a chance. No, that you couldn't say that.
Nah, probably not.
You could probably say that, but if you replaced all the words I said with other specific words, you probably would not be allowed to.
You probably would get in trouble if a ref heard you.
Where were we? Right, the quarterback's option.
Yeah.
Started talking about forever ago. We got, so he can also hand off the ball to somebody.
Yes.
A wide receiver?
Usually not.
Who would normally take the ball from him?
A running back.
A running back. Also known as the halfback.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so smart.
Yup.
Yep. Okay, so the halfback. It's like 2 quarterbacks. Because he can run so fast. Wait, what was his position name? He's a running back.
Yes.
A running back. Halfback. His goal is to run as fast as he can.
Yes.
Avoid people, get touchdowns.
Yes.
Are these aren't the people who normally get touchdowns. Those are usually wide receivers, right?
It honestly kind of depends on the team.
Okay.
Some teams are a run-first team, where they'll hand the ball off to the running back.
And open a pocket, run as fast as you can.
On like 2/3 of the plays.
Okay.
Other teams are pass-first, and running backs will hardly ever get touchdowns on teams like that.
Okay, so your team. The Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go!
Your team is a pass-first team.
Yes.
Because of Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of whom are out right now.
Sad news.
Very sad. That's very sad. So they're the pass first.
Yes.
A run first team would be something like not the Lions.
No. Who is the team that the Lions played?
The Cubs?
Not quite.
The Bears?
There you go. They're more of a run first.
They're a run first. It's hard for me to not call the Chicago team the Cubs because that's their baseball team.
Okay.
I don't know why Chicago is associated with Bears.
I just thought about that.
I don't know, but apparently, Windy City Bears, it's just synonymous. It's the same.
Guess?
Who would have thought? So, wide receivers, they can catch the ball, run to the end zone. I was going to say goal, but that didn't sound right. The end zone.
Yes.
They do that. They can do that. They can't throw it to anybody.
They can. There's
Okay.
2 rules about that, though.
But normally you can't throw the ball.
Normally. Usually they'll do that on, like, trick plays.
I love trick plays.
They're really cool to watch.
That's the special teams.
No, not
What?
usually. Well, sometimes.
What do the special teams do besides start and end the game?
The special teams will punt the ball,
Kick the ball.
kick the ball,
Catch the ball.
catch the ball, and tackle and block. So they're like an all-around team.
So the real greatest of all time football player would probably be on the special team because they could fill a lot of different positions. Not very well, but say better than Tom Brady could be a wide receiver.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah.
They could be like, I can throw okay, I can run okay, but Tom Brady can throw real good, apparently.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's pretty good, apparently. But he couldn't be a good catcher,
No.
runner. No, not a good fullback, halfback. What's a fullback again?
What's a fullback?
We didn't get
So,
into that.
A fullback is basically a blocker for the running back.
His bodyguard.
Kind of,
His
yeah.
best friend. Best friend bodyguard. They hang out all the time.
I don't know about that, but...
Outside of the game. He's got to protect him from the paparazzi. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Because nobody talks about the blocker.
Not really.
Nobody talks about him. Nobody talks about the offensive or defensive linemen unless they mess up.
Unless they mess up. Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Basically. I mean, the defensive linemen, they'll be talked about if they get a sack or tackle a player behind the line of scrimmage.
Or if they foul or something. Or not foul, flag. Are they called fouls?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, man. Did we cover... We covered everything, I'm sure. Oh, no. Okay.
Somewhere.
So we talked about the quarterback. Talked about the running back. The running back and the wide receivers, they have pretty simple jobs. They just run.
Yes.
Quarterback, he's got to be strategic. He's got to
Yes.
see who's open. If the play doesn't work out, what do you do? And throwing it out of bounds, that's not a normal thing, right? That's I don't like this play.
Yes. Most of the time, a quarterback will at least try to get it to somebody. Or they will scramble and try and run for yards.
Oh, yeah. They can just run themselves. So they have to be at least decent at running.
Yes. Most quarterbacks are.
But they're not the best runners. They're not the fastest.
Not usually.
And they're not great at catching either, are they?
No.
No. Okay.
Not
So
really
a
their
quarterback
specialty.
couldn't be the greatest of all time in football.
We're back to they.
All I'm saying, you can't have a greatest of all time for a team sport when there are so many different roles.
It is hard to pinpoint, like...
It's different than basketball. And even in basketball, you can't have a greatest of all time either because of different rules, different eras.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other topic. But what were you saying is difficult to...
It's difficult to compare one position to another.
Yeah.
Because you could have an amazing wide receiver or even an amazing offensive lineman. They'll hardly ever get recognition or anything versus the quarterback, who people talk about all the time. They get injured and it's
the end of the world. Yeah. They win games, they lose games. Nobody else is involved.
Essentially, yeah.
Them or the coach, right?
Yup.
They take all the blame.
Yes.
And all the glory.
Correct.
Interesting. Poor offensive linemen. They never get noticed. They do the heavy work, too.
They are really fun to watch, though.
They're the ones doing the real work. They're pushing. They're like,
they gotta show...
look, I got an opening. Run! You know? Nobody talks about them.
And they gotta know which way to push the defensive linemen.
Yeah. That takes a lot of coordination, especially when the defensive linemen are trying their best to get through or sneak around. So we didn't even talk about them. So they have to stay on the line of scrimmage.
Who is they?
Both the defensive and offensive?
Offensive more than defensive.
Okay.
Once the offensive linemen get into their stance, they can't move.
Before the play starts?
Yes.
Okay.
Before the ball is snapped.
Okay. And how do they know, like, when they're in their stance? So they could be standing straight up and they can move around and it's fine? As long as they're not moving forward?
I think so.
But nobody does that.
Not really.
Because they want to get their head in the game.
Exactly. And
focused.
if you're... Yeah. And you don't want to be getting... You have to be set, I think, 2 seconds before the ball is snapped.
Oh.
So you got to be paying really close attention if you're trying to stand up.
So they're not standing up searching the stands for grandma.
No.
No. That's what the wide receivers do.
Yes.
Okay.
They search the stands for their grandmas.
So the defensive linemen can move around.
Yes.
Even before the play starts, as long as they don't move forward.
Yes.
Before the line of scrimmage. As long as they stay back, they're fine.
They're fine.
The line of scrimmage is where the ball was when the last play ended.
Yes.
Okay. See, I know some things about football. You know? I know some things. What else did we got? Did we get all the positions? Defensive?
There are a lot of different defensive positions.
Well, we don't need to talk. Nobody talks about them, so it's not important. Do they have people who are is like a man-to-man thing? They're like, all right, you go after the wide receiver, you go after the fullback and the halfback, the blocker and the running back.
Not most of the time. If it's man on man, it'll be one defensive player to like a wide receiver.
Okay, but what is the defensive player called? Just defense? Defense one?
Cornerbacks.
Cornerbacks?
Most of the time.
Oh, no. There's other ones?
There's other backs.
There's quarterbacks, running backs, who are halfbacks. Fullbacks, which are blockers. Are they called blockbacks?
Nah.
Oh.
They're just a fullback.
And there's cornerbacks. And those guys watch the wide receivers.
Yes. Them and safeties. Most of the time.
Safeties. I thought that was like when the ball falls out in the end zone or something.
That is also called a safety.
Yeah.
I never thought about that before.
Are they related?
No.
No?
No.
Not at all?
Nope.
That's weird.
Just happen to have the same name.
I don't know exactly what a safety is.
Essentially, a safety is where the defense recovers the ball in the end zone.
Okay. And you get how many points?
Oh, no. I take that back.
No. Oh, okay.
So a safety is where a quarterback is sacked in the end zone or the ball goes out of the end zone.
Behind it?
Yes.
Or on the side?
Or on the sides, yes.
So out of bounds doesn't apply to the end zone, or it does?
That is...
Is that a point of contention?
In my opinion, yes.
Oh.
But the end zone has very different rules than the rest of the field.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like who can be in it and stuff like that?
No, more so what happens when the ball is fumbled and goes into the end zone or out of bounds in the end zone.
Those rules are real fuzzy.
They're clear. They just don't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
At least in my opinion.
Well, give me an example.
So,
because I do not know.
Again, I'm a Vikings fan. So, week 2 of this season, Vikings were playing the Eagles. And Justin Jefferson was extending for a touchdown and fumbled the ball at the 1-yard line. The ball went into the end zone and then went out.
Did I watch this game with you?
You watched part of it. Almost all of it with me.
Right. This was way back in September.
Yes.
Okay.
This was a while back.
Okay, but I did watch this one.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it.
I think you might have even watched this play.
I did, because we were very confused.
Yes.
They had to review it.
So, because it went out of bounds in the end zone, it was called a touchback, and the ball was given to the Eagles on the 20-yard line.
Okay.
However, anywhere else on the field, if the offense fumbles the ball and it goes forward and then out of bounds, the ball is given to the offense at the place of the fumble.
Okay.
So I am then confused as to why the end zone makes such a big difference.
So what happened after that play? Remind me. Didn't we just have to start the ball at the 1-yard line or something?
No, the ball was given to the Eagles.
Why?
Because it was called a touchback.
Why? Anywhere else on the field, it would have been...
My feelings exactly.
Gosh. Well, that's frustrating.
Yes.
But
very much so.
Not for the Philadelphians.
No, the Eagles and Eagles fans were joyous about that.
All right, so have we touched on most of the defensive positions?
Yes.
Almost all of the offensive?
Yes. We're missing one big position on the offensive.
Big position? The kicker?
No.
The punter?
No.
The yard?
It's like another wide receiver.
The thin receiver. Was that good? Was that a good joke?
That's a pretty good joke.
Thank you. What's he called?
He's called a tight end.
I knew that!
I was waiting for you to...
tight end. I knew that.
Love it how you always go to that name.
Well, it's a very memorable name. Why are they special?
They are special because they are a player that does quite a bit of blocking.
Okay.
But also catches quite a bit of passes.
Is that legal? You can block?
Mm-hmm.
And catch?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have to tell the ref?
I don't think he has to report as eligible.
Huh. That's cool.
It is pretty cool.
So he's the all-around player we're looking at. He's not a good thrower, though.
Most of the time, no.
No, that's fine. Oh, did we even talk about that? Throwing? What are the rules for that? You normally can't throw the ball after you catch it. Wide receiver,
yes.
Tight end.
So there are 2 big rules.
2 big rules.
One is, in order to throw a forward pass, you have to be behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay. So, say quarterback for the Bengals. Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Who is out right now?
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Man, everyone's out, it seems like. Joe Burrow and his best friend in the whole world, Jamar Chase, the wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver, yeah.
Let's say Jamar Chase is still behind the line of scrimmage. And Joe Burrow looks him in the eyes like, here, throws it right at him. He catches it. Jamar Chase can now throw it to somebody else.
As long as the only other stipulation there is the offense can only throw 1 forward pass.
Okay.
So, if Joe Burrow is standing at the 25-yard line, let's say.
It's the first play of the game.
It's the first play of the game.
Okay.
And he throws it backwards 2 yards to Jamar Chase.
Okay.
At the 23-yard line. Then Jamar Chase
can throw it. So, but, okay. If Joe Burrow had gone back 2 yards, thrown it to Jamar Chase, who's still at the 25, Jamar cannot throw it forward.
No, he cannot.
He can only have 1 forward throw.
Correct.
So it's like Frisbee.
I'm not sure the rules of Frisbee, but...
It's probably like Frisbee. I'm not sure of them either.
Oh boy.
Everything,
we need to learn more sports.
It's fine. I know basics here and there, but yeah, I was never good at frisbee. I just can't throw it straight.
I love frisbees.
What are other high points we need to hit? We haven't even talked about points. We went this whole time. It's been a lot of footage at this point, and we have not even touched points yet.
Oh my word!
It's fine. Let's talk about points.
Okay.
To score, so you have 4 chances to go 10 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, get tackled or something, you go out of bounds, you get 4 more tries to go the next 10 yards.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you do that all the way until you get to the end of the field, 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And past that is the end zone.
Yes.
Now you have a couple of options. You can either get the ball in the end zone, you're holding onto it in the end zone,
Mm-hmm.
or you can kick it,
Yes.
kick it,
Yep.
not punt it,
Correct.
kick it through the goalpost.
Yes.
And everybody holds their hands up, and they're like, woo!
It's good!
That's good!
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if it's bad, they're like, nuh-uh.
Correct.
Like, straight out.
Yep.
Like a T.
Yeah.
So, if you go for the end zone, that's 6 points.
Yes.
If you go for the field goal,
Mm-hmm.
that is 3 points.
Yes.
Once you go for a field goal, you have to get the ball to the other team, right?
Yes.
And that's a punt.
Anytime after a score, it's a kickoff.
It's a kickoff.
Yes.
But unless you go to the end zone, then you get one more chance for it.
Mm-hmm.
A few more points.
Yes.
And if you go to the end zone again, that's only 2 points. But if you go to the field goal, if you kick it,
Yep.
the kicker, to the field goal, throw it, it's good, that's 1 point.
Yes.
So every time you try to get points, field goal is half the amount as you would get going to the end zone.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
That is actually... I'd never thought of that before.
So, at most, you could get 8 points
Yes.
in one attempt.
Mhm.
But most go for the end zone, then the field goal, because it's easier.
Yes.
You would get 7 points. That's why it's mostly 7, 14, 21, 28.
Correct.
Or something like 7, 13, 20.
Yep.
You know? That's what their scores are usually like. Not a lot of 11s in there.
Nah. The game's got to be pretty weird to get an 11.
That would be really weird. That would be really weird. I don't even know how you would do that.
You would have to get a safety in there somewhere.
Oh, how many points are safeties?
Safeties are 2 points.
2 points.
2 points, and then the defensive team gets the ball.
Oh, so a safety is like you
A
get
safety
points.
is huge.
You get points and you get to try again.
Yes.
Oh, that's huge. Is that all? Is that we covered points? Covered positions. Not the special teams, but those are a little bit funky.
Yeah. For the special teams, there's basically just the kicker,
Kicker,
punter,
blockers.
and the blockers, and then the kick returner or the punt returner.
Gotcha. Is that it? Is that everything to know about football?
Definitely not everything, but
Yeah, well,
it's quite a bit.
it's quite a bit. So, do we have any final thoughts, final really important information that I know I overlooked many things?
Not really that I can think of.
No?
Nothing major.
No.
Nah.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
That's not college. That's pro, right?
Yes. Super Bowl is NFL.
What's college? Is that like all the Rose
They're bowls.
Bowls,
Yep.
the Chick-fil-A Peaches Bowl,
Yeah, all that stuff.
all that stuff? Okay. Yeah, no, this is all professional football. Probably should have put this at the beginning, but it's fine. This is professional football, not college.
Yeah,
They're-
college has some different...
But it's mostly the
rules.
same, right?
For the most part, yes.
But there's some differences.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really need to get into those.
No, because I don't even know all of them.
Nah, college is dumb. All you need to watch is the Michigan State game and the Michigan Ohio State game.
True.
That's
so
all you
true.
need. And I feel like, I mean, that's all I watch. Well, I guess that's it.
I guess so.
Is there anything you wanna leave the audience with?
The Vikings are the best team out there, just so we're clear.
Why are they the best team ever?
Why? Well, because Justin Jefferson, for one.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Kevin O'Connell is probably going to win Coach of the Year.
Actually?
If they make it to the playoffs, yes.
How do you make it to the playoffs?
Have one of the top 7 records, basically, in your conference.
Our conference includes only 4 people, though.
Not quite.
What?
You're thinking of divisions.
Oh, no.
So,
oh, no.
Yeah, your mind is going to divisions, where there's only 4 teams per division.
How many conferences? Are there 2 conferences?
2 conferences.
Oh.
4 divisions make up a conference.
Oh, so it's not even enough to be in the top half. You have to be in the top 7.
Yep.
Oh,
it used to be top 6.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, how do they get away with that?
What do you mean get away with that?
Like, it's not an even bracket. They should use 8 teams.
The number 1 team gets a bye the first week.
Oh, that's how they get away
yes.
with it. So
they get a special little prize for being the
7
best.
7 times 2 is 14, minus 2 is 12. How do they do that still? There's 12 teams.
Yes.
12 teams play each other. So then there's 6 left.
Oh,
I see. Plus the 2. There's 8.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm doing math in my head, by the way. Okay, I get it. I'm stupid. That's what it is.
You're not stupid.
That's what it is.
You just forgot that there were the 2 best teams in the conference.
Okay. So, do you think the Vikings will make playoffs?
I think they will.
Are they? So they're second right now in the division.
Yes.
Which is called the Midwest.
Not quite.
It should be, because that's what it is.
Basically, but not all divisions are like that.
Oh.
Some divisions have like a team from Florida, a team from Indiana.
What? Indiana shouldn't.
Texas, and then
what?
Tennessee.
What?
So
that's terrible. Why?
So not all divisions are like.
Those are the rivalries?
Yes.
That's stupid. That is stupid. And then conferences, I'm sure, are even worse with that stuff. But that makes sense because there's only 2 conferences.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But do you think they'd be top 7?
I think so. Vikings have a fairly easy schedule.
Okay.
For the rest of the season. And Jefferson's coming back, so.
But not Kirk.
Not Kirk.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he's gone.
Not dead, but...
Just out for the season.
But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And everybody, say thanks to Maggie. Maggie is awesome. She made me this video. She helped with it.
I definitely did not make it.
No, that's gonna be me. But she made the video, and you should like because Maggie is awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye.